Hi, my name is Naomi Joy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to guide you through a relaxing full body stretch routine. We're going to stay low to the ground, so make sure that you've got a mat or a blanket to cushion your joints. And if your knees are sensitive with weight bearing, then grab a thicker blanket or pillow just to place underneath the knees. Let's start on all fours. Place your hands under your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips or on the tops of the feet. And now as you inhale, you're going to lift your heart forward and up. The tailbone lifts to sky. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together. The belly drops. And then as you exhale, start to draw your belly button in. Tuck the chin around the spine. Push the floor away. Grip your fingertips. And we're going to push the hips all the way back, hips to heels, for child's pose. Now let's repeat that. So as we come forward, we drop the belly, we arch the back, warming up the spine. Exhale, tuck the chin, pull the belly button in and press back. So just continue to breathe at your own pace. We'll do this again. So inhaling, coming forward. Lead from the heart, belly drop, squeeze the upper back, and then exhale, tuck the chin around the spine. And we're going to stay here in child's pose. Let's step the knees wide, about mat's width, and we're going to walk the upper body over to the right side. Reach your left hand off the mat and push down through the left hip. Now, as you push down through that left hand, see if you can maybe turn your belly to the left side and look underneath your armpit. You'll feel this stretch all the way from the armpit, all the way down into your hip. And we'll release and we'll switch sides. So walking over to the left, reach through the right hand, press down through your right hip, and now look underneath your right armpit. With each inhale, feel your rib cage expanding, and with each exhale, let's let go of tension. We'll walk back to center, and we're going to step forward into a wide lunge, stepping the right leg to the outside of your mat. Your right shoulder is tucked into the inner knee, and then tuck the back toes under and start to send your chest forward and up. Square your hips and breathe. Now, to get the most out of this stretch, we want to keep the belly button hugged in. You want to tuck your tailbone under and think about engaging through the left glute. As you squeeze through the back glute in these hip flexor stretches, it's going to help open up through the front of your hip. Now, you're welcome to stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, though, let's lift the back knee up, push back through the heel, and let's start to move forward and back. So I'm rolling forward onto my tiptoe, and then I'm pushing back through the heel. Continue to breathe. We'll lower the back knee, and the right foot goes heel toe in, and now the hands are on either side of the foot. As we tuck the tailbone under, we're going to lift the arms up high to the sky. Pull the right hip back, the left hip squares forward, and we're lifting up through our chest, opening up through the front of the body. Now let's continue to stretch the pectoral muscles in the front. So we're going to drop the arms, fingertips to your hips. Focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together as you open through your heart. You can stay here, or you could hold onto your forearms or interlace the fingers. Wherever you're at, continue to squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart. And if you're clasping your hands with me, maybe you can straighten your arms and lift your hands up away from your hips. Let's continue to breathe. Maybe even close your eyes. And I love inhaling through my nose and then just exhaling through the mouth. I find I can release tension that way. Now we will release the hands to the inside of the foot. Let's step back into child's pose. Walk your fingertips forward. And we'll transition to side two, so stepping the left leg wide to the outside of the mat, hands to the inside of your foot. Send your heart forward and up, and start to squeeze through your right glute. You have the option of lifting the back knee up, pushing back through your heel, and maybe finding some movement, some rocking movement, going forward on your tiptoe and then pushing back through your heel. Lower the back knee, the left foot, heel toes in, both hands on either side of our foot. Square your pelvis, and let's start to lift the arms up now alongside the ears. Relax your shoulders, energize your fingertips, and as you tuck your tailbone under, pull your lower abdominals in and lift your heart up. What can you relax right now? Hands come to the hips now. Roll your shoulders back. Either stay here or hold your forearms or interlace fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe lift the hands up away from the hips, straightening the arms. Continue to breathe. Let's take one more breath. And we'll release. Hands to the inside of the foot. We'll step back, child's pose. And then let's walk our hands to our knees. And I'm going to position myself here to the side of the mat. And I'm going to step the right leg. I'm going to mirror you. So right leg steps out. Flex the foot. You feel free to bend your knee if that's more comfortable for you. And we square our hips in this direction. So stretching through the hamstring and the inner thigh, we're going to lift the opposite hand up, palm faces up, and we're going to stretch through the side body as we lean over to your right. Now press down through your heel, and on this straight leg, let's think about contracting the quad, the front thigh muscles. Rotate your belly now open to the sky. Keep breathing. Great, and now as we come up, we're going to turn the toes to the side of the mat. And I'm going to bring my hands down. And I'm going to push my hips back and walk the hands forward. So you're squeezing your quad muscles, stretching your inner thigh, and the hips are pushing back, and your spine is straight. Continue to breathe into your back. Try and sit your hips a little bit deeper. Root down through the outer blade of your foot. And then we'll walk our hands back into the legs, and we're going to bend our knees, and we're going to open the arms, and it's the right elbow under the left. So this is a stretch, eagle stretch. It's for the upper mid back. I'm just going to show you from the side. So your elbows are stacked. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift your arms up, press them away from the face, and then explore maybe rounding your spine slightly. Tuck the chin, breathe into your back. And to get the most out of this stretch, you're hugging your forearms in towards each other, and the arms are lifting up and away from the face. Sit up tall. Let's release that. We'll open the arms into this cactus shape, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then release. Roll your shoulders back a couple times. Relax. And now let's switch sides. So we'll step open with the left leg, flex the foot, engage the front thigh muscles, pull your belly button in, and we're going to inhale up and over to the side stretch. So I'm thinking about even leaning into that opposite hip a little bit. Twist the belly open. Spread your toes wide. Breathe. We'll inhale tall. We'll turn our toes in this direction. Bring your hands now down. Bend into your standing knee. And now we'll slowly walk our hands forward, and we're pushing our hips back until we feel that stretch in through the inner thigh. focus on rooting down through the outer blade of your foot. You might feel a stretch up your shin into the calf. Great. And then as we come back to center, fingertips underneath you, let's bend both knees. Open your arms, and now it's going to be your left elbow under right. So we reach up, we're holding onto the thumb mount. Again, I'm just going to show you from the side. So we lift the elbows up, forearms press away from the face, and then you have the option to round the spine in. So we're stretching the muscles between the shoulder blades, opening up through your mid-back as well, and you're tucking your tailbone under. Take a big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Relax your eyes. All right, let's sit up tall. Let's release the arms now. Roll the shoulders back again, and then join me in a tall seat. I'm going to spin around this way. So let's stretch our glutes now. So our hands are behind our hips, our shoulders are back. And we're going to lift the right leg up, flex the foot, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And with your hands behind you, you'll notice that you may want to do this round the back. I want you to think about lifting your chest up. So you're pushing your hands into the earth, helping to find a neutral spine. Yeah, so we want to be careful. We're not slumping. We want to push the floor away, flex the foot. And this is a stretch for the glute. Now, if this feels uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to lay on your back as well for a figure four stretch. Sorry, the mic is in my way here. So let's breathe in. Let's lift the chest up. Shoulders are back. Spread your toes wide. Relax your shoulders. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. All right, now we're going to extend this bottom leg, and we're going to take a spinal twist. So I'm going to plant my right foot to the floor. My knee is pointing up, and we're going to be twisting towards the right. Now, you're welcome to go deeper into the stretch, the hip stretch, by bending the opposite leg as well. Just make sure you're not sitting on your heel, but it's on the outside of your hips. And then let's start with the hands behind us, and just watch that you're not rounding your back. You want to bring your weight more to the front of your sit bones, and the opposite arm is going to lift up. We inhale. And then exhale, we either hold on to the right thigh, or you can hook your arm to the outside and then press into it. As you anchor down through your hips, think about lengthening your spine up as if you're sitting up against a wall. Often I see people's head drop forward, so imagine that you're making contact with your head against that wall. And then as you exhale, the focus here is to twist from more of your mid-upper back. You have more rotation in the upper part of the back than the lower back. So draw your belly button in to stabilize. Breathe in, lengthen, and then exhale, explore, rotating back. And then make sure you're breathing. Nice. Let's take another big breath here. Nice. And then exhale, come back to center. And let's release that. We'll just take both legs out. I'm going to go this way. And let's come back to that figure four stretch. So we'll now bring the hands back behind. We'll lift the left leg. We'll rotate externally, flex the foot, and then sit up tall. Lift the heart up. Spread your toes wide. So just notice your breath. If you find that you're holding your breath, maybe you're going a little too deep into the stretch, come out of it at any time. Let's take another breath together. And now let's make our way into our seated twist. So we'll extend the bottom leg. We'll plant the left foot to the floor. You feel free to bend the opposite leg as well. Make contact now with both sit bones, root down, and we're going to lift the opposite arm up. Inhale, and then exhale, we gather in. So either hugging in or hook your arm to the outside of the leg, and we'll sit up tall, lifting the heart up. Draw the chin in. Reach through the crown of the head. Big deep breaths. You'll notice that perhaps your left hip is lifting up. So think about rooting that hip down the best that you can. Good. Let's take one more big breath here together. Inhale. And then exhale, we'll unwind, hands on either side of your hips. We'll bring now the feet forward, the legs are wide, and we're gonna do a windshield wiper, side to side. So I'll just show you from the front. Great, and then let's lay down on our back now, and we're going to make our way into some hamstring stretches. So as we lay down, you've got both feet on the ground, knees are up, and we're going to hug the right knee into the chest. Let's start to extend the right leg to straight, flex the foot, draw the toes in towards the face, so you feel this nice stretch in your calf as well, and interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Now you're welcome to keep the bottom leg bent with the foot down, or for a deeper stretch, you're going to extend the bottom leg to straight. And I imagine that I'm standing on that leg. So I'm flexing the foot, I'm activating through the front thigh, straightening the leg, and opening up through the front of the hip on the bottom leg. Relax your shoulders. And now let's start to circle our ankle a few times, one direction. And then go the opposite way. And then hold that flex. Let's push up through the heel. Spread the toes even more. Breathe into your back and focus on engaging through your front thigh muscles to help increase the stretch in the hamstrings. Maybe walk your hands a little bit higher up the leg. Deep breaths. We'll bend the knee. We'll place that foot down, knee points up, and let's switch sides. Left knee hugs in. Now we want to be mindful that we're not hiking our hip up. The hip should be level. Let's extend that leg to straight, and the bottom leg, you have the option of straightening it as well. Contract the front thigh muscles. And now let's start to take 3 circles one way. Mobilizing the ankle, and then go the opposite way. And then push up through the heel a little bit more. Maybe even walk your hands up your thigh. Spread your toes wide. One more breath. Beautiful. Let's release that. We'll hug both knees into chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And with the hands on the backs of the thighs, we're going to rock and roll, making our way all the way up to seated. And let's stretch out our neck. So with the shoulders back and down, chin in, we're going to tilt your right ear to the side. You've got active fingertips. They're rooting down into the ground alongside your hips. And now look down on the ground, and you're gonna look towards your right knee. Press your left shoulder down. And now very subtly, you're gonna lift your chin up ever so slightly, looking up. And this one's kind of funny, but you're gonna think about like jutting your bottom teeth forward a little bit so you feel the stretch in more the front of the neck. It's not the most flattering of shot, but that's okay. It's a nice stretch. And then let's draw the chin in. Let's sit up tall and let's switch sides. So we'll go over to your left, look down on the left, right fingertips root into the ground. Good, and now lift your chin up ever so slightly, and then think about pushing your bottom teeth forward. Oh, you're gonna feel quite a deep stretch. I feel it right here through the front of my neck. Good, we'll take another breath. And then relax that. Nice work. Sitting up tall, we're gonna take now the palms up. Let's interlace the fingers and then flip to the sky. Sit up tall, bring your weight to the front of your sit bones. Breathe with me here. So one more breath to finish. We take a big inhale. And then exhale, we release. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this stretch routine, please give this video a thumbs up, share with a friend, let me know how it was for you, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you soon.